Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Roleplay. Today we're in the Trilogy RP server, and yeah, I don't know, we're gonna be, well, today's a special kind of day. We get to interview Blake Rogers, of all people, so this is gonna be really interesting and very fascinating. Can't wait to see. Can't wait to see. Oh yes, and I got a car here. It's kind of dark. I don't like the fact that it's dark right now, but can't really see it too well. But I'm driving this car, and as the plate says, yes, wizard. Ooh, I got my view. Okay. Hello.
What's going on?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm alright.
So, let me get my notepad out here.
Sure. I like your car.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Oh, you should see the plate. It's very interesting.
I just say wizard.
Oh, because everything is magical. Anyways, so, who are you?
You say how am I or who am I?
I said, who are you?
Oh, I'm Blake.
Blake? What,
Blake Rogers.
very nice to meet you, Blake. So,
Hey,
what,
nice to meet you.
yes, my name is Sandra Crubb.
Oh, nice.
I work with the Crubb Chronicles.
Crib Chronicle.
That's my, yes, that's my, what I do as far as, my article and whatnot that I write.
Oh, fantastic. Hey, make sure you got my name right. It's BLAKE space ROGERS.
Hang on, B-L-A...
So it's BLAKE space ROGERS. So
Okay.
it's B as in Blake. It's L is the L in Blake. A is the A in Blake. K is the K in Blake. E is the E in Blake.
E...
Space. R is
Space.
the R in Rogers. O is the O in Rogers. G is the G in Rogers. E is the E in Rogers. R is the R in Rogers. And S is the S in Rogers.
Alright then, there we are. Got it. So, what do you do, Blake Rogers?
Oh, work on cars, hang out, drink beer, smoke cigarettes. Mostly work on cars. I mean, I've had a lot of jobs over the past like 40 years of my life.
Okay, alright, interesting. So, do you tow cars at all, or are you just like a mechanic or something?
Oh yeah, I own my own business. I own Rogers Brothers Towing. I do it with my brother Jake. started that business around like 3 months ago. Basically, go out there and tow cars, fill up cars, fix cars on the side of the road, shit like that. I also work on my own cars and my own house and shit.
Okay, interesting. Alright then. So, is towing cars a job or the modern equivalent of untangling emotional wreckage?
It's like a job. So, basically, you go pull up to the car, you hook it up to the trailer, and you kind of just put it on the trailer and you tie it down, make sure it ain't going anywhere. Now, if you grab a ratchet strap, you just slap it against the tire, like that ain't going nowhere. You kind of got to do that. It's kind of part of the job. So it's kind of like you're just doing your own thing. You're out there in the night and day doing whatever you need. You meet a lot of nice people. You meet a lot of nice cops. You do a lot of crazy shit.
Interesting. Okay, very fascinating. So, Blake, do you think the act of towing someone's car is a metaphor for carrying society's burden, or do you just like the beeping noise?
I kind of like the beeping noises. Get you backing up the truck, go beep beep beep. That kind of nice. It's real nice. I mean, it's a real good thing to do for the community too. I mean, people need cars towed, and I gotta go tow the cars. So I mean, make it happen.
Okay, alright then. Interesting. So, fuck's sake. Would you rather rescue a stranded family or faintly judge them for broken taillights?
Oh, I definitely faintly judge them for broken taillights. That's hilarious. I mean, if they got stranded in the first place, they're not very good at doing stuff, so it's hilarious watching them struggle. I once watched a guy about 16 years ago out on a lake and his boat motor died, and he was out there sitting there for like at least a couple of hours. And I was on the shoreline just watching this guy in my lawn chair, and I was like, man, that sucks. And I kept yelling at him like, man, that sucks that you're stuck out there, man. And he kept saying, call the police, call the police. And I'm just like, no, I'm not doing that. That's not happening. No way. Ain't happening to me. I'm Blake Rogers. I ain't gonna, go get help if I don't need to, you know what I mean? Because it's like, he could just stay out there and living his terrible decisions of not making sure he had enough gas in his motor or making sure the motor was working or whatever. So, it's kind of crazy. And then you end up getting one of them boats, man. Sometimes it's like a fishing boat, sometimes it's like a speedboat. Now, I got one say about 16 years ago, actually, I had about a speedboat myself. And then, you'll go around the Alamo Sea, you put it down in the boat dock, boat ramp and stuff, man, you're backing in the water. You kind of just drive it really, really fast across the water. And when you're driving really fast across the water, you kind of just let it go. You let the throttle go all the way down. Kind of just the wind's in your hair. Then you kind of like, wow, this is real nice. I'm glad I got this boat. And I also had a fishing boat once about 14 years ago, which was actually kind of crazy because it's a little flat bottom boat and had a little tiny motor on it. It was green. And you need to go out there, you cast out your reel, and you just let the thing go fly. You watch the bobber, make sure that thing don't go under the water, because if that thing go under the water, you got to tug on that string. When you tug on that string, you got to be like, oh, man, can't wait to get a fish. When you get a fish, you're just like, man, you don't know if I'm going to catch it or if I'm going to release it or if I'm going to keep it. If you keep it, you got to clean it. You got to get all scales off, man. Then you got to put it on the grill. You got to season it. You got to do any of those things, man. Or you can even pan fry it, cook it in the oven. And that's the thing about fish. Not a lot of people like fish, but I like fish. They're pretty good, man. Wake up!
Oh.
Oh, what's up?
Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
No, it's all right.
I do apologize.
No, you're fine. Where's your notepad?
Oh, hang on, let me, there it
Did you
is.
drop it?
There we are. So, have you ever formed an emotional bond with a broken parking meter, and if so, did it end in betrayal?
I don't know about an emotional bond, but it's kind of crazy. Once about 16 years ago, I went in the park in the spot in the city, and then this guy was like, hey, man, you can't park the car there. I was like, man, I'll be literally 5 minutes. So I walked inside, and I was literally like, and it turned out to be like 15 minutes because I was busy, and they had a line, and I was trying to get some smokes and trying to get some beer. But they were all busy, so I was like, that's crazy. So anyway, I was waiting in line for like 15 minutes to come back out, and he's like, man, the meter expired. And I'm like, that's crazy, man. I don't see an expiration date on it. So, you know what I mean? Because you know how some foods got like the expiration date or whatever? Well, I didn't see any of that shit on that meter, man. I looked everywhere. I looked on the pole, looked underneath the ticket thing, and looked even on the post in the bottom there, man. There was nothing like that. So that's kind of wild. So anyway, you know what? It's kind of crazy, man. I don't believe you. So anyway, I got a boot on my car, which sucks. So I had to call the city. And when I called the city, they're like, Blake, you can't really do much about that. You parked illegally. No, I did not park illegally. There was a meter there. And I was like, yeah, but you illegally parked when you didn't pay the meter. And I was like, what the hell does that mean? You can't really illegally park, especially if there's a meter there. Because if there's a meter there, it don't matter if I pay it or if I don't pay it. I was only in there for 5 minutes, even though it's 15. But, you know, I told the city I was only in there for 5 minutes. And then, you know, I go to my court hearing about it. And you know what happened? This guy that told me I can't park there, he was at the court meeting. And he was like, oh, I'm a meter maid or whatever the hell. And I was like, it's crazy, man. You're actually here. Which is kind of wild in a way. Because it's like, you know, he showed up. He showed up to get me in trouble for being 5 minutes in the store, which was actually 15. But that's fine. It's kind of crazy. Yeah. Anyway.
Okay.
You get all that?
I think so.
Alright.
I can't. I can't even. Oh my god. I knew this was gonna be bad, but I didn't realize how bad with this. Alright, anyways, so, if you found a sandwich in the back seat of an impounded vehicle, and it looked like it was only slightly expired, would you eat it? And if so, what memories would it unlock?
Yes, it's a free sandwich, and for the memories it would unlock would be, it would unlock the memory that I just made of getting the free sandwich in the back of the car. It would also unlock the free memory, you know, one time me and my brother Jake, about 16 years ago, I went downstairs, and I had slept in that day because I was real tired from the night before. I went downstairs, and he had made me a sandwich. He made me a bologna, ham, I think there was some mayonnaise, and then he even put potato chips on there, and that thing was like one of the best I've ever eaten in my goddamn life, to be honest. And it's kind of crazy, cause you never really feel true love until someone makes you a sandwich, and they're like, that is specifically your sandwich. I made that for you, and they didn't even take no bite out of it or nothing. But
yeah, sandwiches are excellent.
I guess if I found a sandwich in the back of the car, I guess I would eat the rest of it, whatever's left of it, you know, because I mean that's a sandwich right there.
Okay, interesting, very fascinating stuff. If a tow truck gets impounded, do you tow it out with a smaller truck? A smaller tow truck, or just stand there and reflect on the paradox of your existence?
No, I mean a tow truck gets stuck. You usually get the heavy wreckers. So that's the big one. So you need to go hook that thing up, drive it down there. But if your tow truck gets stuck, I mean you're kind of screwed unless you want to walk over to the shop and get the heavy wrecker. I mean, it's only going to be like 20-minute walk, but still, it's like 20 minutes out of your day. You're not getting paid. So you said 20 minutes, you're not getting paid. So, I mean, pretty much, I just want to go get the heavy wrecker, pull that thing out of there. It seems kind of counterintuitive to use a smaller tow truck to get the big tow truck out of a mess. But, you know, it's crazy. It's like wild because, like, I'll go get the big truck, but then it's like I barely know how to use the damn thing. I don't know how to use a little truck. So it's like wild when you think about it, 'cause it's like if I go get the heavy truck, I got to go figure out how to use it, and I got to pull my own truck out without getting it broken, which kind of sucks. So, yeah.
Okay, I think I've got that down. Oh,
I like your shoes.
Oh, thank you. Yes,
Oh, you're welcome. I like Converse.
Oh, yes, they're excellent, yes. So, do you name every flat tire you change? And if so, do they talk back to you in your dreams?
No, but that's crazy. I should start doing that. We see a guy with a flat tire and like, that's Billy right there. And the guy's like, my name's not Billy. You're like, no, I was talking about your tire. And he's like, no, that's a Michelin. I'm like, no, that's a Billy. Because it's Billy. I'm going to name it Billy because it's going to be my best friend. Because he's going to live in my shop because I don't throw away the tires that take off cars. I just kind of stack them up in the back of the shop. That's a little song I'm writing about tires.
Oh, excellent. Oh my god.
Just leave them there and let them rock.
Oh god, okay. in the sand.
Towing.
Towing.
Oh, what's
Okay.
up?
Alright then. So, Blake, do you ever think to yourself, don't forget to bring a towel?
I mean, not really. I mean, mostly I just got kind of like, go through my day. See, I use 4 cups of hair gel a day. So, I mean, I don't really need a towel to dry my hair off because it kind of just deflects the water like it's like some kind of, like, you ever seen that, like, waterproofing spray? You spray your tent down when you're camping so all the water don't get in the tent. Well, I kind of like, that's kind of like my hair when I use 4 cups of hair gel in the morning. Kind of just leave all the hair and then just kind of roll off the sides. I don't really need a towel. If I need a towel, I'd probably grab one or, I'll go get one or I'll just keep one in my car.
Okay, okay.
Do you find lots of uses for towels in your day-to-day?
Oh, yes, mostly just for drying off my hair. And, wrapping myself in one
Sorry,
and that sort of thing.
I apologize. You are giving the interview, not me.
Oh, no, that's quite
Please
alright.
continue. I'm just a curious little cat.
That's quite alright, everyone's curious once in a while. Anyways,
Yeah.
so, what's more dangerous, a suspect car or a suspicious towel?
Well, see, a suspect car would imply that the car has committed some sort of crime and the police are after it. So I'm just like, you know what? It's a suspect in a crime. I don't really want to go near there. You know, it's crazy. And I'm just like, it's wild because, if a car committed a crime, it's like, how does it even hold a gun? If a car can't hold a gun, it must be holding a knife. But then you got to think, how does a car hold a knife? You can't really hold a knife unless it's stuck in between the grill. Or maybe you put it on the mirror and you stick it in the windshield. I mean, pointing at somebody. But then you got to think, if it's going to point at somebody, it's got to face that person and point at it. So then you got to think that car got to turn its whole self around to kind of point at somebody. But it's a lot of effort, you know what I mean? So, I mean, even if the car could, and it would, and maybe it will, sometimes maybe it do. And if it don't, then maybe I don't know. We see. But if it does, then I don't, and then I would know, and then it would also know. But then it wouldn't know because I knew that it knew, and then it would be like, nah. So, yes.
Okay. So, I'm sorry, the suspect car would be more dangerous than the towel?
Oh, most definitely.
Okay, okay.
Because if it knew, and it did, and I did, and then it wanted to, and then I didn't want it to, but it wanted to, and then it would, and then it did, and then I did, and then I said no, and then it went yes, but I guess vroom, but then it would go vroom, and I'd say no, and it would go yes, and then I'd go yes, and then it'd go yes, and I'd go no, don't do that, and it'd be like, I want to do it, but then I guess in that
yes
case,
and no.
then yeah, it would.
Yes and no, okay.
Because if it did, then I did, and then you did, and then I did, and then it said yes, and then I'd be like yes, and then it would do it, and I'd say yes, and then it would. So yeah, I did the car. If that makes sense.
Not really, no.
Well, you see, because if it did, then I did, and then if it didn't, then I didn't, and if I told it yes, then it said no, and I said no, and then it said yes, but I said no, and then maybe. Because if it could, it would. And if it did, it would. You know what I mean?
Okay. And, lastly, Blake, so, wrapping yourself in a towel, would that be a style statement, a summoning ritual, or just a license to skip laundry day?
Well, I do hate doing laundry. Because about 16 years ago, my mom was like, hey, Blake, you got to do your laundry. And I was like, I don't really want to do that. She's like, Blake, you got like a mountain of clothes in your room. And I'm like, well, that's okay. I'm going to keep it there. Because that's why I only wear like 4 outfits. Because I find that if, you get 1 outfit for each day of the week, it's kind of like, you don't really got to wash the clothes to the end of the week. And then you get maybe 1 more spillover outfit. So that if, you need to get to the end of the week, you don't feel like doing the laundry because you wear the spillover outfit for about a week. So, it's kind of crazy. You really think about it. About 16 years ago, my mom was like, hey, Blake, you got to clean up your room. And I was like, nah, that's crazy. So you spend your time cleaning the room, but you shove everything in the closet, all the toys and shit in the closet, shove all the toys in the closet, and then they're out of the way. They're off the floor. And you even shove some stuff under the bed, too. If you shove some stuff under the bed, you need to put everything under the bed. And then it looks clean. And then she walks in, she's like, but you just shoved everything under the bed, and you put everything in the closet. It's like, lady, where do you want me to put everything in this room? Damn it, I only got 1 room. Yeah, so I guess a towel will be fine.
What?
Because if it could, then I would. But if it did, then I didn't. You know what I mean?
Um, I'm sorry, but I don't really follow.
No, all right. Yeah, I mean, I don't really get into the birdie either.
Oh, okay. Anyways, so, yes, that's all my questions that I had for you.
You sure?
I think so.
But it's been just a delight. There's no one driving that car.
Oh, it must be one of those, Hamos or something.
Yeah, something like that. But it's been a delight. I appreciate you reaching out, and hopefully you got some good stuff.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Fantastic.
Alright then, you should see the tweet on Birdie here in a moment. Let me go ahead and, put that together here. Oh my god. Alright. Oh.
Yeah, you have any more questions?
Oh, yes, of course.
Let me know.
Here, let me, give you my number here too.
Oh, hell yeah.
There we are.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Sorry to interrupt your tweet.
That's alright. There we are.
Oh, fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your time, Mr. Blake Rogers.
Hey, no problem. Thank you, Sandra. Appreciate talking to you.
Absolutely. Well,
Like I said, you got any more questions, so let me know.
alright, will do. Thank you very much for your time again.
Hey, no problem. You have a good one.
You too. Oh my god, dude. Oh. I don't even have words. I don't have words. Oh, man. This is... Oh my god. I don't even... I don't even know. Oh, okay. Well, oh, what the hell is that thing? Someone... Someone combined... Wait, hang on, what the... What the hell is that? Okay, interesting. Well, that was that interview, so I hope everybody enjoyed that. I'm gonna, I need to take a little break, I think. Well, congratulations, you broke me. Um, I am now a giggly bitch. So, in conclusion, Blake Rogers is a man, that much we can confirm. He operates a tow truck, wears at least one towel at all times, possibly as a fashion statement, possibly because he fears spontaneous wetness, and most notably, he speaks. He speaks so much. It's believed his voice is responsible for over 37% of San Andreas' total noise pollution. If silence was golden, then Blake is the world's most talkative pickpocket. Witnesses claim he once held a conversation with himself for 3 hours while towing a shopping cart. Others say he's the only person who can outtalk a podcast. To speak to Blake is not a conversation, it is a journey. A verbal roller coaster with no seatbelt and 12 unnecessary pit stops, including one about the dream he had in 2003 involving a sandwich, 2 raccoons, and something he swears wasn't symbolic. His sentences have no clear beginning, middle, or end. They simply exist, like the wind or unpaid parking tickets. Sometimes he'll start a sentence, and by the end of it, you've changed careers, gotten married, and lost a year of your life. And then there are the towels. So many towels on his head, around his neck, one folded in the glove box just in case. He claims they're for sweat management, but insiders believe the towels might be sentient or, at the very least, unionized. Blake is the kind of man who would tow your car, your soul, and your will to live, while narrating every single moment like an audiobook written by caffeine and confusion. We've tried to interview Blake. I've asked one question. That was 3 days ago. We're still waiting for the answer to finish. If words were horsepower, Blake Rogers could tow the moon, possibly twice, and tell you about it in excruciating detail while just drying off with a suspiciously warm towel. This has been Sandra Crubb, noting you on the horrors of journalism. Back to you, whoever you are, back in the studio, or maybe in the audience, or something like that. I'm not sure anymore. Well, that was a lot of fun. So, anyways, that's that then. Hope you all enjoyed that nonsense. So, yep. Anyways, have a good night, have a good day, whatever time it is, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay, bye-bye.